The Big Bang Theory Season 3 episode review video. Before I get into that, though, pretty important, if you're not caught up to the point where I am and rewatching or watching The Big Bang Theory, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention as well as put in the description. If that happens to be the case and you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers or really funny moments that can happen. This would be The Big Bang Theory Season 3 Episode 17. The title of this episode is called The Precious Fragmentation. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. Leonard is carrying a box up the stairs as he's the muscle of the group, Sheldon says, with Howard being the jokester and Raj being the foreign person and him being the brains. Leonard is the muscle. Penny is waiting for them in the apartment for Chinese food, and Leonard says that they were on their way to the Chinese restaurant when they thought they saw Adam West, so they followed him. Penny asks, "Who's Adam West?" Sheldon, baffled, wonders what Leonard and Penny talk about after coitus. Howard says, hey, 4 minutes, a new record, like making fun of Leonard for only lasting 4 minutes. And then they apparently bought a box of stuff for $60, and they split it 4 ways. So they each paid, $15. And they're in the box. They actually see a elf stuffed animal from the TV show Elf, which I was a big fan of when I was a kid. And Howard shares a story about he thought his dad was on Melmacian, which is used in Elf. That's the planet that Elf's from, and that Elf was going to bring his dad back to him, which of course never happened. And Penny says, "That's so sad." And Sheldon says, "What's so sad is you don't know who Adam West is." Funny stuff. Also in the box we have comic books, a Mr. T figure, a Spock figure, and a Lord of the Rings ring, which was also in the box. The ring was apparently one of the rings used in the Lord of the Rings, at least from what Howard says from his friend that deals with stuff on the black market. Sheldon says, "Mine." Sheldon doesn't understand why he doesn't get his way with this group. Leonard says with surprise on his face, "You always get your way." And Leonard makes the decision to let Penny hold on to the ring, and she puts it around her neck. Sheldon actually tries to take the ring while Leonard and Penny are sleeping. And Penny wakes up while Sheldon's trying to do this and hits him because she wasn't sure. She just woke up with somebody trying to grab something around her neck. At work, Leonard lets everybody know that Penny actually gave him the ring back, and they all decide to hold on to it at the same time without letting go. So at work, they all touch the ring, and then with the last person holding on to it, deciding its fate. So they carefully all walk away from the table holding the ring. Kind of ridiculous, but kind of funny. They get back to the apartment, and Penny walks from up the stairs and wonders what they are doing. And she tells, and Leonard's like, "Oh, we're just holding on to this. I know it's what it looks." She's like, "Oh, that's okay. Just so you know, I have a Victoria's Secrets bag." And she lets Leonard know this, and Leonard can't resist. Neither could I. The Victoria's Secrets bag, and let's go. So Leonard can't decide the fate of the ring, or can he? Raj, when they're in the apartment sitting down, Raj makes fun of Howard for talking to his mom, and then they start talking about Sheldon's Meemaw, because talking about his mom didn't do anything to him. They all take the ring to go to the bathroom. Luckily, we don't have to see what happened in that scene. And next we see them sleeping. Howard has completely let go of the ring, and Sheldon and Raj are holding it, and then Raj lets go of the ring and then starts to cuddle with Howard in his sleep. Sheldon says, "I won," and runs to the bathroom to clean it off. And then as he looks up, he looks into the mirror, and he looks like Gollum from Lord of the Rings, and says, "My precious," or "My precious." And then turns out he was dreaming, wakes up, and no one has the ring. And Leonard says he took it and FedExed it to Peter Jackson, as that's who it belongs to. And we come to find out that Leonard does indeed have the ring, and says, "My precious." And then the episode ends with Sheldon trying to take it from Leonard while he's just sleeping now. And Leonard wakes up and tries to stop it. Meanwhile, Penny gets out of bed and says she's got to go back to dating dumb guys from the gym. And that's how everything ends. So this was a really funny episode. I'm going to score this one an 8.9 out of 10. And the character of the episode is going to go to Sheldon, as it usually does, because he's hilarious and the stuff that he was doing and stuff he said in this episode was great. And then, of course, everybody knows that I rank Penny on her hotness scale, because that's one of the reasons why I watched Big Bang Theory, because I saw her on screen. I'm like, oh, wow. So in this episode, she's a solid 9 out of 10. And yeah, so you've heard what I have to say. Now it is your turn. So if you're a fan of the Big Bang Theory or anything else that I cover on JDev TV, or if you just want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, and I would definitely appreciate it, make sure you smash that like button. If you want to share this video on your social media platforms or just with somebody you know, go ahead and do that. Sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on this episode of the Big Bang Theory. What would you score it, and whom would be your character of the episode? And if you want to rate Penny, that's fine too. And then last but certainly not least, you're already taking the time to watch the video, so make sure that you hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special, and JDev will return.